Good morning. I've had a productive morning from bed. It is amazing what you can do from your phone nowadays, isn't it? So I've replied to work's emails, I've caught up with messages from people, I've checked out a couple of things I need to look at. It's all good. It is now 11 o'clock. I've not just got out of bed, but we are on our way to the penultimate stop before we get to Willow Fields. We were going to go to Lincoln because we love Lincoln. But all the places we like to eat at are at the bottom of steep hill. And I know there's a couple of windy ways to get around it, but I really don't think I'll be up for that, really. Tash asked me this morning, like, how's the driving been? And you know what, I'm like Mrs. Positive most of the time. I've been driving, the driving's been fine. When I stop driving is when it's not fine. My fingers are killing me. My feet balls, my feet heels. I feel like I'm 2 days after a really, really good workout. So, you know, the first day is that false sense of security where you think you're okay. And then the second day comes and hits you like a ton of bricks. So it's just a little bit like that. And my scar's stinging a little bit. So I've got some bio oil coming to Willow Field, so hopefully that will be helpful for that. But yeah, it's not as easy as I thought. After, while I'm driving and I'm sat there and I'm singing my head off and I'm doing all the things, then that's absolutely fine. I am finding when I get on the bed, I think probably because that bed's probably had more use or more of me in it since July than it has for any time before since I got it. And it is just a cheap IKEA mattress. So I'm going to be looking for something else, memory foamy, I think. A bit thicker, because that's literally like that thick. So if I can get something a little bit thicker, it'll fit in the bed base, that's no problem. And maybe that will help with me needing to turn like a rotisserie chicken all the time because of my hips. So instead of me complaining like a crotchety old lady that aches everywhere, I'm just going to get going and we're going to drive to this pub. John's already organised with them that we can get there early, stay in the car park and get some work done beforehand. Got a table booked later on for our evening meal. And yeah, we'll stop over there and then make our way to Willow Fields in the morning. So yeah, it feels weird because I always tell you guys like what I'm doing. Like I just need to say like this is what's got planned, and then John's missed a fly by the seat of his pants changey things. But you know, I don't think this is gonna change. But yeah, I don't know why I feel I need to do that. So yeah, there you go. Good morning. We have finished our stay at the Fox and Hound. We went in for lunch yesterday and then came out and did some work, which proved rather fruitful for me. I got a load of stuff done, which was great. And then once we'd finished, we celebrated by going back in and getting some pudding at night. So it was nice. I mean, it is a sizzling pub, I think it is. So it's one of those, I think we've been spoiled lately because every pub we've been to has been like a little independent pub with cracking little menus. So this is the first chain pub we've been to for a while, and it was a bit like, you could tell the difference, to put it that way, but it wasn't bad. But yeah, so we are off back to Willow Field via Doncaster because we need to get some things. But it will be the last big splurge on food for a little bit, I think, because we can't go near Urban Burgers without having an Urban Burger. So we're going to go do that. And then back to Willow Fields to get bits done on the van. We've both got bits we need to do on the van. I need to put my measurements in. This one thing I figured out on this trip was there was a few little low bridges, and I know it's probably about 2.3 meters But in the motorhome we had it written on the inside of the sun visor, so I'm going to do that again, just so I've got this thing, I know what my thinking's like, so I'll have my dimensions and my tyre pressures in there, and anything else I think I might find useful to know about my van, just so I've got it easy to look at right there. So yeah, that's all that. Looks like John's ready to go, so yeah, off to Donny. Good morning. I've had a shower, not that you needed to know that, but it is my very first follow-up scan day today. So typically I am going around the van doing half of everything. Every little task that's popped up in my head that needs doing, I've started it and then realised something else needs doing, so I've done that, and then something else needs doing, so I've done that. The two things that were high on the top of my list to do I've not touched, and the scanxiety has got me bad. So I know I don't find anything out today, but yeah, I must say it's lovely being part of lots of groups on Facebook and Instagram for cancer patients and things, because there are some very dark, funny memes on there that do make you laugh. Kind of give things a bit of perspective as well, which is always lovely. Seems like a lot of us suffer from the same things, from how to deal with things that people say to you and stuff like that. It's a really, really good thing. John already knows how wild and rampant my mind is going. I've got another, what is it's probably just a very big cyst on my left boob at the minute. But of course my mind's going crazy that's not just that. It'll come up on the scan today. It came up on the last MRI scan I had when I had lots of booby cysts. So I am almost expecting it all to go the right way. There's just that unreasonable voice in the back of my head of what could it be. You know, there's always a chance, isn't there? So it's all about getting it all checked out, and then once it's all checked out, I'll be okay. So the reasonable part of my head is saying, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it until you know. What is the point in worrying about something you have no idea about? You know, once everything has happened, or when you get the news or whatever, you put a plan in place and you sort it out. But until then, it's pointless. But then that's being reasonable, and anxiety is not reasonable, is it? So yeah. But I'll get there. I'll get there. It is 10:49. We're going to leave at about 12:30, and then yeah, my appointment's at 3:15. So I'll get that done, and then we'll get back here. And we've been watching that Monsters on Netflix about the Hernandez? No, about the brothers that killed the parents, and it's been interesting. Obviously that's just the screen version of it, and there's the film apparently after that you're supposed to watch after that is got real life interviews from them. So yeah, it's interesting. It is interesting to watch. So maybe that's fueling things. Maybe I need to watch The Sound of Music, although saying that, you know, with Nazis invading, maybe that's not the thing. It's not as happy as it seems, is it? Something Mary Poppins. Watch something to cheer me up a little bit, and yeah. Anyway, I'm going to sort my hair out and sit in front of my laptop for a little bit before we get going. Try and keep my mind busy. Well, that's the scan done. I hate MRIs. I do. If you ever had one, you'll you know the thing. They're so loud, and I was in there for an hour and a half. And they didn't have any over-ear earphony things, so I had the tiny little orange earplugs in, and then every other MRI I've had, I've probably been spoilt at Castle Hill, to be honest, or Scunthorpe actually, that I had over-ear ones as well, which made a massive difference to the noise. I had a banging headache when I came out. Thankfully they helped me out a little bit, because obviously I do get a bit of pain in my abdomen. I can't lie flat for long, so they put like a wedge underneath my knees to lift my knees up a little bit, which was great. But yeah, that was a long time. It was a long time, but it's done. It's done. I just can't believe I've got to wait 3 and a bit weeks to get the results. So yeah, I was talking to one of my friends who I met at Queen's Centre, and she was saying that it's a long time. She's been to and froing for different cancer treatments and things so far, and yeah, and she was saying it's a long time. So it's it's not just me that thinks it because of everything I've got to worry about till then, you know. But yeah, it is what it is, and at least I've got something to look forward to anyway. So yeah, now we're back at Willowfield. Let's sort the van out, and hopefully, you know, tidy house, tidy mind. So it's a rainy day today. It's a getting jobs done in the van day today. So it seems weird because I know that in the 3 months that we were down in Cornwall, every time we did laundry, we just did it as a service wash. So I know that these have been put in a dryer. But I have this thing, they're not supposed to go in a dryer, so they won't go in a dryer. And my new jumper is on the toilet. Not doing anything, of course. But my new jumper is on the toilet because I can put that in front of my diesel heater vent and try and get that dry. I've got a jumper and a long sleeve top on. And it's 21, it says it's 21 degrees in here, but my goodness, it feels like it's a sauna. So hopefully it'll get my clothes nice and dry anyway. I've been pulling things out and opening cupboards, so hopefully the warm air circulating will be really good. But yeah, I've just done this cupboard here, which doesn't look any different at all because I have 2 boxes that slide in and out, my deodorant, some, I don't know why there's Sudocrem there, it just is always there. And I've just made some little changes. I've moved some things around so I can get to them easier. And then you put things back in again and it looks identical. So it's just like, well, I've just literally spent half an hour going through thinking, why do I have 5 toothbrushes? Why do I have 5 toothbrushes? I do not know. I also found this wipe stuff. It's like a gel that you use on toilet paper and you use it instead of using wipes. I mean, I've been using wipes. But I've got this out now and there's a refill for it too. So I shall use that. I'm finding lots of things for long hair. I mean, I know my hair's getting a little bit longer, but there's no way I can make it into a bun. And these little things that are great for, you kind of make your bun in the back of your head and then you screw these in like little screws and it magically holds all your hair together. So, you know, they're brilliant. But just going through the cupboards I mean, I've already done my clothes previously. There's just a couple of things I need to go through because I've not done them for a while. My food all fell out of my cupboard, so I've checked it before I put it back in again and binned a load of stuff, so I'm fine with that. I think I'm fine for my sauces. I only emptied the cupboard that's got my coffee and my toaster and my kettle in there, so most of it's okay. And then I did under the sink. So this is done. I mean, this is all my bedding is in the wash at the minute, so I've just got some nice clean sheets on and then I need a new pillowcase for there. But apparently I think I need foil because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 lots of foil. 3 of them are open and I don't know when the last time was that I used foil. I love baking paper. I use that for all sorts of things, and this stuff, wax paper, is magical for folding if you want to keep anything clean. I use it for my soap and shampoo bars. If you put that wax side down and just fold it round it and put it away, then it keeps it nice and safe. It's airtight. It doesn't leave any stains anywhere. I can't remember the last time I made my own deodorant. I do still make my own cleaning products and stuff, so I've got vodka and vinegar, bicarb and all sorts of other things, and I am questioning whether I do need to keep them. As soon as I take them out, I'll need it. You see, this is the problem, and they're not taking up loads of space, but now I know in my head that they are there and they're taking up room. If I find that I need space for something else, they'll be the first to go. So yeah, so it's like an absolute tip in here at the minute, but it's all good. It's all good. I'll get there and I'll feel much better. And at the moment my van is full and I really don't think it needs to be. So I'll hopefully have a slightly emptier van and a lot easier to find things. And, you know, I'll know where things... Well, it's not like having the quilt's not dry yet. That's been in for an hour and a half and it's still not quite dry. So I've got the heater pointing at it to do that. I have laundry everywhere and nowhere to sit, so got some hummus and some things to dip in hummus, and I shall sit here. I might actually see if John's got room. You guys probably think I never leave this van. It feels like I'm in it an awful lot, just like this jumper. It literally is getting washed and worn. I think one of these days it's going to literally crawl off me and find its own way to the washing machine. It's so comfy. It's so comfy. I love it. So yeah. Anyway, it's that time again. I think I'm going to finish the video here because tomorrow I'm going to Manchester. So it's going to be nice to go catch up with my friends and whatnot, and family. You see me Jem and me Ewan again. So yeah, so it seems a good time to stop this here. I keep thinking about these vlog type videos. I know you guys say you don't mind and you'll watch me. Watching me petrified going for a scan. And no doubt you're going to get to see me worried while I wait for the results as well. So thank you for all your support. It's a great outlet, I think, YouTube, just to be able to talk. I'm sure, I mean, I do get to talk to John. I've got people I can talk to, but you guys are different. You guys, I hope I don't put anything on you guys by being able to talk like this. Obviously, with people close to you, do worry about when you worry out loud too much, how much of it, your burden are you putting on them? And that's never feels like a fair thing. But this just feels like venting, and that I've got lots of lovely people who will be, you know, they'll got my back and leave lovely comments, and what else can you ask for, eh? So yeah, I mean, I know I said this on my last video and I keep forgetting to say this because I'm a bit of a rubbish YouTuber really, but if you're not subscribed and you watch my videos, please hit that subscribe button. It does help, and you can always then hit the notification bell because my videos have been a little bit over the place lately. I'm going to get into a point where I get a schedule sorted soon. Hopefully I'll be back to Monday or Tuesdays every week instead of things getting carried away with me and whatnot. And I think once I get to a schedule, that might help tidy my mind a little bit too. So tidy van, tidy mind, tidy schedule. So thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate every single one of you. Have a lovely week, and I'll catch you on the next video. Bye.